Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, and welcome to Mickey Brock. G'day, Mick.
G'day, champion. How are we going?
Pretty awesome. We are at Event 8, and Mickey Brock is live at Pine Rivers. Tell us what's going on, mate.
Well, look, what's going on? There's a game of darts that's broken out, to be honest with you. It's been absolutely tremendous, the quality and the standard, particularly after we were treated to that final last night between Bailey Marsh and Dave Marlin. Bailey, virtually unplayable in that game. He was hitting everything, and it's carried on today. The players have really picked up. The atmosphere in the room is fantastic, and we've got a second tournament coming up after this one. Yeah, awesome stuff. And the players are just getting organised there. It's going to be Robbie King versus Caton. Don't know a whole bunch about Carl. I have seen him before, and pretty impressive. So one to look forward to. It's always great to have new faces on the stream. Robbie King's been, here and thereabouts. Obviously, top player, making lots of finals, so he gets lots of stream time. But Caton, relatively new to the viewers, so it's going to be a great game to watch. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his matches yesterday and one this morning. He's a very steady player. You wouldn't say spectacular, but very, very steady, and that's what you need. You need that consistency in your game. It won't be easy for Robbie, but obviously Robbie will be the outrageous favourite for this particular match.
And what I might do, just get you to run off and grab Declan to get the scoreboard up for us. He's got the wrong one up there and probably doesn't realise that. So, well, Mickey ducks off. We'll watch the players warming up for, well, I'm not sure if they're going bullseye just yet. Yeah, the game hasn't actually commenced, so
It should come back up in a minute. But, see Carl there in the glasses.
This is my phone.
And of course Robbie King.
Judge.
Very familiar face around Dartstream Live. And audio's live from the comms room.
Sorry, I've just walked back in. It's Declan here, for those of you who don't know. Just need to update the scoreboard. I've just come in from setting the guys up. So not too long left now. There you go. So they're just warming up. They've just come over. So a couple more shots maybe each, and they'll be ready to get into the game. Very hard to shake of hands.
Robbie for the ball.
Robbie's obviously won the ball.
No, I think you're about to go for the ball.
Robbie's going for the ball. First
Wait
one.
and see.
Or maybe that was a prophetic call there from...
I can tell you that Carl Caton is a very, very good driver. He did drive Platty and myself back from the venue in Perth, back to his place. And then Platty's wife picked us up and took us the rest of the way.
41.
So he's a lovely lad from the north of England. He's a bit perturbed this morning. He brought a nice little china mug.
$180.
Slipped in a ton 80 there.
95. $60.
So he was a little bit perturbed this morning. He brought a mug with him, and it went missing from the table. And it turned out that the Pine Rivers staff had actually taken it and washed it up for him. Most perturbed he was.
And again, another crystal clear job of production there from Declan Bailey. I watched the stream back on the big screen last night at the conclusion, try and wind down a little bit, and all I could do is get wound up and excited. It was pretty to watch. Robbie King
44.
doesn't do a lot with the 167. Carl Caton on a Shanghai now on the 20s. First dart is a smidge high. Possibly get around that and get in the triple 20. Doesn't. Shanks a triple 1. So the 120 is safe.
42.
1, 2, 3 now for the rocket, Robbie. Still on with a 54 for bull. Not going to happen.
42.
No. Robbie will grow into the game, though. That's one thing we do know about him. Rarely ever puts a couple of bad legs together.
58.
Again, steady. Out the tops, he was a long way off.
And Carl Caton took out Ian Dargan in the first round.
He did indeed. That was the game I watched.
And
Robbie
Luke
just that ball.
took Luke Wilson in the second round to find himself meeting Robbie King, who misses the ball, leaves Carl an opportunity to get first leg on the board. He's on throw, he needs it. Oh, and he's gone next door.
Got to move next door, mate. We're in the wrong bed. Robbie double 8. Long way off for Robbie.
Boom.
Expect it with the last out in hand.
Just that one in, and that's a breaker throw, Mickey.
Robbie to throw first.
Yes. You got to say a pretty scrappy leg from the pair of them, but I'm sure this is going to spark up.
142.
Yeah, a bit nervy around the peg as well for both of them.
But lovely action from Carl.
26.
Beautiful arm extension. I'm going to say that with the lefties, that because most of us are right-handed, lefties always
134.
often look a little awkward in their throw, but it's beautifully balanced.
Robbie switching down to the 19s is serving him well. Picked up a couple of big trebles there. Down the bottom.
It's a sign of
Goes
class.
down. Oh, I called him out of it.
42.
Ah, the commentator's curse, mate. You put the mock on. It happens.
G'day to everybody who's checking us out on YouTube right now. Rick FSC says seems more higher rated players decided ADC over DPA this weekend.
140.
I haven't even
I
had a
can't
look to see
comment on
who's.
that. I'm at an ADC event, so that's what I'm interested in at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here and thoroughly enjoying myself,
60.
as we may have noticed last evening. But it was St Patrick's Day, and the Friday night is always the fun night. The Saturdays and Sundays, it's game head on.
Noticed John Kiley didn't make it to this morning's event.
88.
He's
Little-
gone AWOL.
Little tardy.
He's still living it up on Bailey's win, I think. Typical West Ham boy.
60.
Yeah, a nice steady 60 there, but Robbie on tops.
35.
He seems to be when he's going for tops, he's dragging the dart down. Very unlike him. We'll be coming back, of course. This is good. Put a bit of pressure on.
100.
Yeah,
Well,
nice steady.
look, Robbie obviously, still poised to win this leg, and he does.
He
But
does.
those first couple of legs, he's looked beatable, and they're the opportunities that an opposition player, Carl, probably not as certainly not as accomplished as Robbie, would need to have capitalised on those to put him in the mix. You would have thought.
95.
Yeah, whoever you're playing, if someone comes in with a low score, you've got to pounce on it. Particularly with the
140.
class and quality in this field. Look at that. Robbie comes in with a 140. It's taking those opportunities, and it's still a learning experience for Carl.
41.
There is a massive rumour going around that a certain Declan Bailey may possibly be coming out of retirement and be entering himself into this afternoon's tournament.
Wow, there's
You
one for the
heard it
books.
here first.
60.
He's actually been playing pretty reasonable darts, young Declan, of late. So,
Well, in this warm-up earlier, I saw he hit back-to-back 180s.
wow.
Yeah. Couldn't do the 9, of course, but back-to-back 180s, getting the eye in.
Well, it's no secret that he's in love, and that can quite often do good things for a guy's darts.
His delightful young lady was on the board next to him, so I think he was showing off.
Yeah. Good chance.
Carl finding himself way back in this league.
85.
He is, of course, unfortunately, a Manchester United fan, if memory serves me correctly.
45.
This would be a check out and after see. Not going to happen.
60.
Yeah, again, see, steady. A steady 60.
Robbie down 19s for 116.
It's
76 is good. Tops
96.
again drags that
Correct.
one down. You called it earlier, Mickey.
Yes, it's so unlike Robbie.
Yeah.
Tops.
Oh, he
Oh,
goes
went
for it.
for it.
60.
He had no option. He had to go for it.
I can't see
Great
Robbie
effort.
missing this double 10. It's been pretty kind to him so far. He's inside.
20. in
Face
two
says
darts.
everything, but he pegs out double 5. One of the doubles that players dislike intensely for some reason. You see, he's got that steely look in his eye now.
100.
He's not happy with his darts, the way he's playing. But it's a sign of quality when you're not at your peak, when you're not playing your best, but you're still getting over the line. You're finding a way to win.
Yep.
$60.
My comment about Carl being steady, if not spectacular, that was not a slight on his game. He is a very, very steady player.
58.
And I think coming to these tournaments, his game will certainly improve. It can't fail to.
140.
Yeah, nice time 40 there, Robbie King. Starting to put a bit of daylight between him and Carl in this leg. Just switching.
59.
59. Not applying any pressure back. I think that may be one of the issues Robbie's having at the moment, is he's not finding himself under pressure. When he is under pressure, that is when you see him taking out the big checks and hitting doubles with his first dart. It's just a psychological thing at the moment, I think. Oh, lovely.
45.
Just outside again, but he's got plenty of time. That's a better dart from Carl.
81.
81 doesn't really apply too much
16 in one dart.
too much pressure on Robbie, and he takes it out first out. Bang, 8, 4-0 lead. Carl will just be thinking to himself now, just one leg. Let me just get one leg, not the big donut.
140.
And that is an excellent kickoff. 140. What is Robbie's response?
177.
Only 177. Nothing special. What a comeback, Robbie King. That's the way to answer a 140.
140.
What a leg this is turning out. Back-to-back 140s for Caton.
96.
Yeah, 96 reply. Oh, the sequence is broken.
43.
Sequence is broken. Back-to-back 140s and then 43.
58.
Yeah, Robbie could have got himself back into the leg. He's opened himself out the big fish. He will have a shot at it.
94.
Carl trying to make inroads into the 178. It's on. It's on.
100.
Oh, just outside. What a way that would have been to win the fifth leg. Caton coming back, 84. Double 12. Just outside, good marker.
60.
Oh, it's clipped off the wrong side of the barrel. Robbie, 25, 988. Just outside, shuffling across the hockey.
25 in 3 darts.
And he's pegged it again. Last dart in hand, 5-0. And he's got the walk. So 3 legs against the throw.
93.
It's been a great match for Robbie. Not his best, but he's playing some beautiful darts. Really is.
140.
Again, 140, Carl Caton. Can he just nick one leg?
60.
That's what I say. Comebacks have to start somewhere. It's got to start with the first leg. Not suggesting there'll be one,
60.
but what a talking point it would be. So
100.
Robbie's starting to get back in the zone now. He knows there's work to be done.
And he's bumped that average up into the 80s. First 993 with a bit of power scoring coming into the tail end of this game from, well, from both players actually, but Robbie leading the charge.
Carl getting steady on the 140s now. It was 60s at the start, but he's finding the 140s.
78.
I think he would honestly now be happy just to get a leg. Robbie's left himself to big fish again.
Oh, 51 doesn't go.
Going to happen. There we go. Straight back up.
137.
137. Leave himself 24.
Well, that's in.
You've had a
That's
size
good.
of it already, mate. Come on.
Oh, that
Oh, he's
looks just
just
low.
under.
130.
Just dragged.
He would have picked it up too. He pulled that bullseye in there. Leaves himself tops 24 for Carl Caton. Get a first leg on the board. He'd like it. He's on the wire. Is that a good side or is that a blocker? Gets inside the 12
Double six.
completely. Down for double six. And Carl Caton
Score.
Wrong bet
busts in a
again.
13. So, yeah, still the desperation to get that peg probably
Probably
made
to
him a
wrap
little
it up.
nervy.
Tens have been good to him in this match.
Game shot.
And they have been again 6-0 whitewash.
Shot.
Doesn't really reflect
That is
quite
such
how
a
well
good card.
Carlton played in that game. Robbie King, no, 6-0 winner, carries on forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Great stuff. And I'll be back shortly with Mickey Brock as we head into the quarterfinals. And not sure who's going to be playing next, but we'll work that out and get back to you soon, Dart fans. Stick with
I'll
us.
hazard a guess and say it'll be 2 players.
Oh, he's genius, this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors.
As I just said and you didn't hear, I'm back with my old mate Mickey Brock from Darts Down Under. G'day, Mickey.
Mate, as I said, I did hear you, but it's great. I'm looking forward to this game. This should be an absolute belter. Anton Sock coming back from playing in the disabled darts tournament over in the UK, did very, very well over there. And Jamie Rundle, precocious young talent, far better than his darts sometimes show. He's a good lad.
And yeah, so Anton Sock won a tour card for the World Disability Darts. Is that right?
That's correct. That's
Yeah,
correct.
so-
He went over to play some tournaments in the UK. Did well. There's not really enough promotion out there for the disability darts associations, and it would be really good to see people like Anton getting some form of government support, because they are sports people, same as everybody else. They do it a bit tougher.
Hard to believe that it would actually translate to the Oki, but Anton's disability is in fact he's legally blind. So
Yes, very like Ryan Searle.
particularly challenging as a dart player, you'd think, but somehow he knows where the target is, and this is something that's progressed over time. I've known Anton for quite a few years, and he's had to learn to live with and deal with.
He's a truly intelligent guy. He's wonderful to actually spend some time with and have a chat with. Very knowledgeable.
And having said all those nice words about Anton Sock, probably expecting him to get smoked in this one. Rundle's probably a far better player, you'd say.
Oh, the old Rundle in the jungle. Like I said, precocious young talent. Far better than his darts show at times. And I think...
I will say this. Anton Sock can be particularly hard to play against. He's got a slower rhythm, a more methodical rhythm. Somehow you can get dragged into his pace, and it can affect players that are used to throwing a lot faster.
Yeah, but I mean, that's part and parcel of being a dart player. Everybody has their own style, their own technique. It's like people saying, oh, so-and-so's got the perfect throw. They've got the perfect throw for themselves. It may not be perfect for someone else. Jamie,
Yeah.
another lefty. So I can see the theme here. We're only going for right and left hand combinations.
Shout out to everybody checking us out on YouTube. Don't forget, jump in the comments. I'll follow your comments through. Got Rick FSC first up in the comments, and I'm not sure what FSC stands for. Any ideas of the acronym?
I could come up with a couple of things, but you'd have to take me off air.
Maybe Fremantle Social Club. And
Possibly.
we're joined in comms with Ian Dargan. G'day, Dargs.
Pretty boy, how you going?
Pretty good.
Ian Dargan, our favourite newest Australian, Skippy Dargan, as he's now called.
Come on, Robbie. What an interesting game this is.
Yep.
Anton Sock just back from the UK on his and did absolutely brilliant over there. And Jamie Rundle, a young guy, but almost feels like a veteran now.
Very much so. He's been around the traps for quite some time, coming through the youth systems, and now mixing it obviously in the all age. Very, very talented, precocious. We were saying that, very precocious young talent. Anton, we know, he's very methodical. He's measured in his throw. It's going to come down to perhaps the nerves, I think, in this one.
135.
But look at 123. Good response there from Jamie.
The Anton certainly got the look with the shades and the beard, and it's good to watch. And
Very ZZ Top.
yeah,
60.
Mind you, we could throw Ben into that one as well.
you could
With
put
that,
Ben in there.
With that wonderful, wonderful mane of his.
Maybe Anton models himself on Ben. Maybe that's what we're looking at.
Well, it could well be. You know what these West Australians are like.
Love it, Ben. Look at you.
Give me all your loving. Your love and kisses too.
Oh, classic.
45.
Classic.
Anton not really getting into this leg.
No, maybe just feeling their way in at the moment. Oh, Jamie's sitting in 92 average, which is, not to be sniffed at, really, is it? So
It's not bad. And good board management. He has left himself a checkout. I watched the player the other day. He scored 120. He had 180 in his eyes. He needed to come down for a 19 because if he missed the triple for the 180, he had no shot out.
well, there's a 180 from Anton Sook, which actually changes the
Dynamic.
direction of this first leg. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at Jamie. He's put the pressure back on. And we're finding this so often.
he's
Oh, look
making
at
this
this! Look at
it's
this!
superb stuff.
42
42
left.
Which way? 6 or 10? Or 2?
Yeah,
Gone 6, 36.
Game shot.
Oh.
Take a bow.
Oh my God! Wow.
Take a bow, Anton Sock. That is how you stay calm under pressure.
Well, he's just given Jamie a tap on the shoulder and said, "I'm here, mate. You're not steamrolling me."
Absolutely. But as we've seen so often with these ADC tournaments, it's a case you miss, I hit.
Yeah.
That is the standard we're looking at.
He's back in again, Brock. He lost 125, but it's a really solid start.
Yeah, but that third dart, way off. He won't be happy with that because he had a beautiful lie with those first two.
And just obviously only one leg. It's into the second leg, but we're looking at 92 average and an 89 average. Like it's serious quality.
Absolutely. You'd be happy with mid-80s.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'd be happy to actually score 80. Well, it'd take me about 8 darts, and I'd have to add everything together.
Anton's been a silent achiever for a long time. He's a dangerous player. Nobody wants to draw Anton. He's a dangerous player to play against.
Oh, Jamie on his way. Too early, son.
96.
And I was saying before, Dargs, it's not just that he's dangerous because of the quality of his darts. Players find him hard to play against. The mixed rhythm of his darts can make it hard to follow him.
96.
Can get dragged into that pace.
Yeah, that's a great point, Benny. He's methodical and he doesn't change his game for anybody. I've played Anton many times over the years, and you're right what you're saying. You can actually get sucked into his rhythm.
And if he feels like sitting back and waiting till he's ready to throw, he'll damn well do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like a hugely experienced player. He's one of the ones you don't want to draw.
80.
And watching
Say that about anybody in this tournament.
when he goes up again, we'll wait for this 126 effort. Not going to happen for Jamie Rundle. Anton Sock coming back for a 160. Watch the darts in his finger. He caresses the dart around.
Got that extra long point.
Yes, he does.
Gives it a whole lot of love before he lets it go.
63. 63.
Oh, so the 160 was on there for a minute.
Got to come down 57.
It's a very different action, but he's obviously in full control of it. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he's confident in his own action.
Ooh,
It's
double
nice
six
when
now
you see
for
a player
Rundle.
pulling the dart back beyond their eye line.
Jamie Rundle, 22. That's a nice clean peg.
And the glasses that Anton wears are not just for the cool factor. As I said, he is legally blind. They've got some monster lenses in there, and the darkness somehow levels things out for him. He was explaining it to us one day. But, we'll talk to him more about that later, perhaps. If he beats Jamie Rundle, I reckon we'll probably get him in for a chat.
I think that's a great idea, just to get his insight on, how all that works for him. But also his travels to England and his achievements over the last 3 months. It's been fantastic to follow.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, got to talk all about that. And he did pretty well. He
Awesome.
So he picked up the card, qualified through.
Yeah.
We'll find out more about that from him later.
one thing I do notice about this throw is, as I was saying, it's rare you see a player pull the dart back beyond their eye line.
134.
But Anton obviously is legally blind, so that obviously doesn't affect him as much. But if you look, it's not in his eye line when he's pulling the dart back
That's right. It goes very much to the
to the side.
side of his head. Yeah,
Yeah.
but his action hasn't changed for as long as I've known him, and he's really consistent. And what an absolute good guy too, an absolute gentleman.
Tremendous fella. Hello, here we go.
140.
Did he? I don't think he did.
No, it's just a 140.
Snuck under.
But look, Jamie Rundle sitting on a 94 average, and Anton Sook kind of up his clacker at 1-all.
You know you're in a game.
59.
You know you're in a game when you're playing Anton Sook.
We're kind of waiting on Jamie Rundle to explode at some point. He's a talent waiting to go.
57.
Oh yeah.
And one of these games, one of these days, he's gonna explode, man. It's there. It's all there.
He's going to give someone a right touch up.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no two ways about it. The dart comes back. It's like puts the flight to the side of his head, and
136.
then slightly moves it away before he throws. Oh, long way off there. Long way off there, Jamie. Just watch the action of Anton. So he just touches the side of his head with the flight.
I would say, Brocky, it's something you wouldn't teach kids.
No.
But it works for him, and it has for years and years. And
44.
like we said earlier, what he's achieved in the last few months has been phenomenal. Like overseas and his tour card, and he's awesome.
Game shot.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I mean we've already mentioned it. There's no such thing as a perfect throw.
Absolutely.
There's a perfect throw for the player, whether that be a fine long arm extension, whether it be the snatchy sort of a throw, whether it be the throw that Anton's showing. It's each player has their own way of doing it, and it's the perfect throw for them.
Correct.
And that is the only possible perfect throw there is.
We had the privilege of watching Richie Burnett last week in the UK Open, and yeah, it's a bit like Swan Lake for Richie in it, but it works for him. And quarterfinalist of the UK Open, who are we to judge?
Well, look, I will still say that I think the most beautiful throw that I've ever seen was the late great Leighton Rees,
Oh yeah,
the Cobra, the way he just used to roll his arm back a couple of times and then release it. It was just beautiful to watch.
still two very respectable averages here. Anton sitting over
44.
73 and Rundle at 82. This is it's good to watch. This is a good game.
You'd have to say it's at the moment, even though it's 2-1 Jamie, it's been a very, very even sort of a game, irrespective of the averages. No one's really punishing the other player. Not a great visit.
I'm not sure I've ever seen points that low. They're huge.
Well,
He could almost reach the board, couldn't he? From
almost. Just stick it in.
yeah.
135.
That still wouldn't work for me. I'd still miss.
Still miss. Yeah. They're exceptionally long.
You know they're long flight. They're long tips or a long barrel when you can't see the flight when the board's in the board, when the dart's in the board. Yeah, it's a good little reminder there. There is a link on these streams if you wish to buy the DSL gentleman and good lady and Rebecca a little drink, perhaps. Please feel free to subscribe.
Yeah, absolutely, Brocky. That's these guys they're the reason we're here. They're running the show, and
31.
this is going out across the world. So it's absolutely fantastic. Guys, jump on board, support DSL, and buy the guys a drink. And
99.
They do like Kilkenny, apparently. But there are other brands of alcoholic juice out there, shall we say.
Alcoholic juice. Ooh.
not an alco pop. That's just sugar. But no, doing an absolutely sterling job, you guys at DSL.
As always, Rocky, the best in the
Yep.
business. That's why we work with these guys.
Well,
It's superb.
well, let's be fair. We're only here as the eye candy, mate.
But you are. I just
Stop it.
get to sit next to you.
Stop. I am not. Shut up. Oh, have a go.
Oh,
Very nice. Sweet.
Look at this. This is great to watch. This is awesome. Oh,
Went
Rundle
top,
went
top.
double.
He went showbiz. He went Hollywood.
Probably the right shot because he
Had
probably
to.
blocked the first one. But yeah, this is a big shot for Anton.
Oh, he's just snuck over into the
81
555.
left. Does he go 15s or 19s? What do you reckon?
I think probably 15s. But I should stop thinking.
That's why we're sitting here, Brocky. That's why we're here.
It's why we get the big bucks. But every player has their own way of doing things, and I'm sure most of them know if they're on the stream, they're going to change things around just to screw us up.
Well, they know, and then we can have a laugh about it later.
Yeah, we don't need any help to screw things up. We're quite capable, thank you.
Jamie's
Anton, great chance to level up here at 2 apiece. 32 left. Rundle murdered the peg a little there and gave Anton a golden opportunity. He's inside that for a double 8 now.
Oh, he pulled that one, pulled it a bit left, and okay, Jamie Rundle here could put a bit of distance between them here.
Game
Oh,
shot.
he's straight
Yeah.
in there.
I think he liked that one. I think he liked that
He
one.
must have heard
Looks
me.
at the
Did he hear
camera.
me?
Get my good side, Mr. DeMille.
Yeah, I heard you.
That's on to lead off leg number 5. Yeah, good darts.
It's really solid. Anton is one of those guys that keep saying it. He's not one you want to draw at any point. He's dangerous.
44.
And we are bringing you game after game after game today. Thanks to Eskimo Quinn in the background, tournament director, remotely, albeit. He's got Jeremy Fagg and Hopai Puha up next on the stream board.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
beauty.
easy one.
What a cracker that is.
Yeah, easy game for both of them, isn't it?
Two internationally accomplished players, both hit the big stage at various times in their darting career.
Yeah, that's going to be a cracker, Ben. Jersey's playing really, really well. Well, he probably has done for the last 2 years anyway, but at the moment he's riding a crest of a wave. He's really
He
confident.
really is. Had a few health battles recently that he's sort of had to overcome. Well, it's gone through the whole family, unfortunately, but different things. And Jez on the back of that now, and definitely really has put his head down and tried to take his darts to a whole new level, and it's working out pretty well for him.
Yeah, it's been, and he's tripped to Q school, and he's taken that as an education, and he's learned what he needs to do now, and his head's focused, and
60.
yeah, he's a different player now. He's a different animal.
To the point, he took out my 9 darter in another competition
Correct.
down in New South Wales recently.
Correct.
60.
Going
that's
on,
superb.
going on to win that tournament that day.
And I don't think anyone was surprised to see someone of his caliber hit 9 darters, because
No.
the way he scores, he's going to get opportunities. So
60.
Was he not indeed the very first winner of an ADC
he
tournament?
was down in Geelong.
Down in
It
Geelong.
Seems like a long time ago now.
I think he played Tim Pusey in the final, if memory serves me correctly.
Correct. Yeah.
100.
Seems like a long time ago now, but yeah, fantastic. Fantastic weekend in Geelong Dart Club.
Yes.
And,
What a
uh,
venue.
We,
What
we,
a venue.
we will get back there. And
Let's go.
hello to everyone in Geelong Dart Club, and thanks for your support as always. We'll be back to you very soon.
And thank you to Pine Rivers Resort for hosting this set of tournaments, because the refurbishment after the floods, it's just an outstanding venue. 39 permanent Winmore laid 6 boards up around the venue. If you've not been here, for goodness sake, why not get yourselves here and have a throw? Fantastic people here, fantastic staff. What can you say, really? We are blessed to get to some of the
One thing I do
venues.
have to interrupt and say, it's largely thanks to Bailey Carpentry Services, who did the fit out there, sponsor of Dartstream Live. Thanks, James Bailey, for your support.
Absolutely, and a big supporter, James Bailey, of all things darts. But
Very much so.
His contribution at Pine, no one can overlook that. And like I said, all things darts. He's
Since
at
you've
the
started
forefront
it,
of everything.
yep, since you've started it, a supporter of a sponsor of Dust Down Under as well. So it's-
32 doesn't go for the 106 for Rundle. And Anton back for 99. Sorry to
Boom, in the hole.
Oh,
3-2.
Just to continue on the trend chatting about Fine River. So tomorrow morning, Greg and I are hoping to do a promo about the JDC Brisbane, which will be opening its doors very, very shortly. It'll be under the guidance of Ray Smith. He's going to lead the team, and obviously James will be involved, and Robbie King. And so we'll do a little promo about the area they're playing in and the section they're in, and
96.
we're really excited to open JDC in Brisbane.
It's exciting times ahead for darts. Now that we finally got rid of lockdown, you can actually get back in venues.
You have to nurture the kids and get them playing and get them in the environment. So there's a few kids playing today, Brocky, and it's good to watch.
Well, if we don't have the kids coming through, we don't have a sport. We don't have a future. It's really common sense.
It's good to see the young guys coming in and not being intimidated by top players, and they just get in and they're playing, they choke, and that's where it starts. And who knows, maybe we find the next Phil Taylor at some point.
Well, we do live in hope. We certainly do.
I just want to quickly interrupt and do a bit of around the grounds, but obviously at the end of tonight's play, we will have a confirmed spot in the Motor Super Series. So let's have a bit of a look at the top couple of places in the order of merit. Mal Cumming, place number 1 still after last night's tournament. He is into the top 8 to play the winner of this match here, Jamie Rundle, Anton Sook. Second position, Jeremy Fagg is into the top 8 as well, playing Hopi in the next game. So lots to play for against the Kiwi superstar there for Jeremy Fagg.
Can I ask, are they actually in separate halves? Are they in different halves? Looks like they are.
Yes,
Oh,
so
that's really
Mal and
exciting.
Jeremy could meet in the final.
That's really exciting, isn't it? They
Of
could
course,
have
as number 1 and 2 seed. Continuing down the line, Bailey March in 5th spot, but is the next ranking that is here this weekend. Last night's winner. He has gone out in the top 32 to Kai Smith. And next in line, Robbie King is into the top 8 to play the winner of Dave Marlin and James Bailey.
Play for.
Oh,
79.
And speaking of Dave Marlin, he is ranked number 7 and obviously plays James Bailey to potentially play Robbie.
Still all
King.
to play for. Very exciting.
Very, very tough.
And-
Plenty of money still on offer for the remaining rounds, and of course this afternoon's tournament. So look,
We're
No,
looking at the names here, Declan, and there's quality. Like, whoever we send to the Motor Super Series, we're going to be well represented. That's
absolutely.
fantastic.
absolutely. But with that Marlon Bailey final match, I've got to turn around and say, 2 proud sponsors of Dust Down Under. I've got to get that one in.
No, and you should. Absolutely legends of not just our players, but absolutely ripper fellas too.
Oh, they are. They are. It's no secret Dave lives around the corner from me, so we catch up a fair bit.
Yeah, he's talking about moving at some point.
56.
Well, he has done
He
several
reckons
times,
the neighbours aren't great.
but I keep finding him.
Oh, Rundle's in there. Well, it looks good.
Some 40.
So 4-2 up is Jamie Rundle over Anton Sock. Kicking off this leg well. But Anton looks to be. Oh, no, it was a 555 off the out there. So still a bit behind this leg, Anton.
But that's the thing with Anton. the way he's throwing,
77.
you wouldn't think he's 4-2 down. You don't see any pressure on the face. You don't see him snatching at his darts.
It's one of his traits, isn't it? You can't read him, which makes him really hard to play. Because when you're playing, sometimes you get a vibe from someone that they're struggling, or you don't get that from Anton. There's nothing.
That's why I always believe you shouldn't show any emotion when you're at the hockey until you've actually won a game,
Correct.
because you're just giving hints to your opponent. Very, very methodical throw. Obviously doesn't produce the goods every single time, but I don't know a player on the planet who does. Jamie looking flustered.
43.
Yeah, it's not quite happening for him.
He's looking flustered.
I might go out on a limb and just say I think Jamie's struggling a bit with the pace, with the Anton soft throw. Anton's methodical. He as we've already said, and Jamie's a fluid player, so I think maybe the pace might be interfering with him a little bit.
19 for the bull for Anton.
Oh, what a great effort!
91.
Not a bad throw at all. But Jamie, back for double 16. Probably dart player's favourite double.
He's got to walk a long way around. Doesn't work for him.
He blocked it, didn't he? Okay. Anton to hold throw.
3 for double 11. Whatever floats your boat there, Anton.
It's not a throw you normally see.
Oh, right on the wire. An interesting. I'm tipping maybe he went for 17, and
Possibly.
Game shot.
there's Jamie Rundle in for 5-2, and look, a pretty solid 75 yards. Good darts. That's quality.
Well, the averages have dropped, obviously,
They've dropped
throughout the match. But you will find that in most games anyway. But
57.
Jamie, with the walk, he's on the cusp. Holds throw, he's through to the next round. Young Mr. Sook is not going to let him have it easily. Maybe it's the stress and pressure of being on TV.
Yeah.
That's doing Jamie at the minute.
Well, he did ask me if I could put his game on the stream, and
Okay.
just happened that Eskimo got to it before I could. But maybe he was, maybe he was overthinking it a bit. He got a bit excited, wanted it to happen, and now it's here.
You know what? That speaks volumes for the players out there. They actually want to be on the DSL stream. They want to be seen, and they're putting themselves out there.
I want to show you their wares.
That's a precious situation. Everyone around the world is watching this, so you're going to feel a little bit of pressure, and it's good to see the guys putting themselves out.
100.
Even at the start of this match, whoever was going to win it, you wouldn't really meet two nicer guys in the game.
41.
Jamie's one of the most easygoing guys I know. He's part of the Team Rebel stable, has been for a while, and he's a guy that never asks for anything. He's as easygoing as they come.
But he does forget his clothing when it's the last day of a tournament.
Occasionally.
28.
And some of us, who may have been sharing a room with him, have to pick it up and take it over to the Geelong Darts Club. So he goes home with it.
We're all one big team, Rocky. And look, you can't say enough for Anton as well. Like flights from WA are expensive. It's $1,000 just to get here. And
Yep.
For him and Platty and Carl and the guys that's come from WA, it's so good to see them.
We did Carl's game
43.
previous to this.
Yeah, and then Carl was the one that put me out earlier on. We had a bit of a belter, 6'5", and he's a nice guy, Carl. I've
60.
got to know him well over the last few years, and a lot of mutual respect.
Oh, next year you had Dave Mullen and the Underduck.
That's right, correct.
See,
That's the game I was watching.
I was awake.
That's the game I was watching.
46.
6, 7, 8.
I anticipate a big setup here from Rundle. Anything below the ton, he'll be.
We saw Robbie have 2 goes at it. Jamie's not
58.
actually close.
He hasn't set it up perfectly.
No. So you got 54.
Yeah, look at that one.
Yeah, we're going to go Shanghai 18s.
Yeah. Okay. The 30 scored, 78 left.
Go for the single 18, you would have thought.
44.
Wow.
Oh,
Gotta stop
interesting. That
thinking.
was an interesting
We're from
choice.
42.
Okay. Rundle goes straight for drill 20.
Yep,
Big 12.
yep.
Game shots. Oh my,
What?
what's just happened? Jamie Rundle.
That must have caught the flight. That had to have caught the flight.
It looked deliberate,
He's having a
didn't
bit
it?
of a giggle to himself, but he won't be happy.
He'll be kicking the ground if Anton pegs this. Yeah, not one of those. Or next door. Double.
Oh, so he's let Jamie in for one more crack at it. He's got to stay there.
That's it. Um,
38.
yes. That left a little bit to be desired.
We're kind of left a little bit speechless here, Brock. I don't know what just happened the last couple of minutes.
In his hands, and it's slowly slipping through his fingers. This is awkward.
16.
Yeah, he blocked it twice. So,
Yep. 74.
Expect Jamie to get a dart at tops for them. No,
He's going into the single one again.
34.
Maybe he was too rushed with that. He didn't look like he was set.
He's got the Anton sock spell on him. That's what's happened.
Too many.
Oh,
Anton's got a
Bad.
double 11. I would say, preempting this, I would say this is all over, Brocky.
Game shot.
It is now.
There you go. See,
Oh, genius.
we had a little bit earlier.
Did we?
Not on the 112. That was
Game.
that was off
Shot.
script.
And the
That
man.
was,
That is such a good dart.
composure. Oh, look, that's what the camera is, isn't he? Hey, what a lad.
Oh, you gotta love that.
Bless him. Bless him. And we've got a cracker coming up next. Jeremy Fagg. And by Puha.
we do, gents. Yeah, Fagg and Puha, and I'm sure somebody's dying to write a title for this game. Not sure how it's going to read, but we'll be bringing you that one very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Awesome.
Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors.
Here we are, Rocky. A massive clash. Jeremy Fagg and Hopai Puha. You know, Jeremy, second spot in the order of merit, all to play for. Hopai, you know, not really ranked because he hasn't been to the first 2 sets of weekends, but quality player, and we know this is a massive game. And with that, Jeremy has won the bull. But let's take a look as it kicks off. Oh, no. Jeremy's going for the bull, rather.
And he's got the ball.
He has. Oh, 25.
How
for
close?
Hopes. So I wasn't wrong. Jeremy has won the bull.
You're visionary. Visionary.
And as always, when Jezza plays on our stream board, he is a bit invisible because he likes to wear a bit of green on his shirt. But anyway.
Yes, you can turn around and say he's only half the man he used to be.
And
Oops.
thanks to
Chewing action.
our commentary team there, Mickey Brock, and Declan Bailey, and Eskimo Quinn in the background. G'day, Eskimo.
Yeah, g'day guys. How are you?
Man with 4 hats
Go.
and a Mayfair middle.
Going well. It's off to a great start today, and stream is looking super crystal clear. Thanks, Declan Bailey, for sending us that.
So does this actually mean we're rolling straight through into... Oh, no, there's a bit of a gap in between. We probably won't. But we'll have the next stream for the next event. There's obviously 2 events today coming out of Pine River. And Declan, just so you know as well, I know you said Hopes hasn't been up there, but he was the 10th seed this morning after his good stance last night. And a few people missing from the top of the order of merit, obviously not at Pine this weekend. So Hopes managed... with his, where did he get to? I think he got, no, he must have got semi-final last night, I think, from memory. Bailey beat him in the semi, wasn't it? So he ended up getting up there.
And seeding is critical in this because the number 1 seed at the end of this weekend is got a spot to the Super Series. So it's $2,000 towards that trip. Plus, the Super Series is a paid event, win, lose, or otherwise. Obviously, the better you play, the more you win.
Flyer in this leg, and he big leg back.
56.
Troubles have deserted him for the time being. They come back for the 88, obviously. Some 40 will put some pressure on.
100. 88.
Just a ball. He's hit it once.
Oh,
He's only hit it again. Smack bang in the middle. Beautiful shot out. I'm struggling with his range a little bit. Really unusual.
Doesn't look like Jeremy's struggling for range right now. Playing beautifully.
very contrasting styles of throw, I think, here. Hopes is just so smooth and relaxed and, you know,
Laconic.
yeah. And you look at Jezza and it almost looks, you know, like he's putting his shoulder out to throw sometimes, you know. Just... And that finger placement as well. You've got the finger pointing up and just, you know, very, very different. But works for both of them. Very, very closely matched here in the stats so far.
Normally like your little finger, Declan, when you're having your little cup of tea in the afternoon. Eh? It's that little...
Little pinky sticking out.
Speaking of cups of tea, walked in this morning and sipping on a coffee, and Brocky says to me, "Oh, wish I could get a cup of tea around here." And I said, "Mate, there's a tea station by the front door. You walk straight past it." And his day has not been the same since then.
He had the wrong glasses on. They were still a bit full from last night.
Behave. Friday night is always fun night at these tournaments.
Absolutely.
Saturdays and Sundays, game head on. Just like these boys.
100.
Well, and especially being St. Patrick's Day.
Chanel. I'd like to see a 167 peg. I really would. And it's on. It's not anymore.
99.
Myself, 68. If he comes back, he wouldn't bank on it.
Wow.
60.
60 there.
There's
And the 5 for tops.
Oh, dragged it. Or did it catch the flight slightly?
Nah, that was straight through, just a little bit down. But Hope's here now. Double 4. And cleans up nicely. Well done.
Sweet as a nut. What are we saying about these matches? You miss, I hit.
Just
That's
looking
what
at the
you're
draw.
dealing with.
Just looking at the draw, I'm thinking, what do you reckon, Declan? Maybe we stick on another top 8 game after this one.
There's a 180.
Yeah, look, I mean, if it lines up, the last thing we want to do is delay it, but we also don't want to wait around too long. So if it lines up, let's go for it. Although this one is looking like it could go down to the wire.
And no, it won't, because the other one's after the other one plays the winner of this, so that'll be too much of a wait for him. So no, we'll have
Back
to
in
roll
again,
through.
though. 180, followed by 121. 200 after 6 darts.
And 109 first 9 average for Jeremy Fagg. That is brilliant stuff. Hopes is in. Oh,
He's not messing about, is he?
180.
Couple of 180s in this leg. One for each.
100. Solid ton there for Jeremy. Splits his score in half. Leaves a ton. Hopes off 181.
Can he leave it handy? And it looks like he could.
Back up for a 60 to leave 36. Brilliant darts. 180 followed by 145.
That's how you
Hopes.
put pressure on. That is how you do
Absolutely.
it. That's why Hopes is one of New Zealand's finest.
Oh, but hold on, Jeremy Fagg. Bit high on the tops. Oh,
Unlucky.
Use it as a guide. Hopes back for 36. Can he take the lead against the throw? Yes. Again. First a double. Bang. Straight in. Not messing about, these boys.
not at all. And
Just look-
111 first 9 for Hopes with 108 for Jeremy. Brilliant darts.
And the match average after 3 legs, just over 96 for Jeremy, 101.64 for Hopes. Anybody still querying the quality and standard of these players?
57.
'Cause if you are, give yourselves an uppercut. 41st visit for Hopes.
98.
Yeah, thank you. Jeremy needs to close the daylight in this one with these darts.
104.
Top 40. Of course he does. Hello. Hopes, I'm tapping you on the shoulder. I'm still here, mate. Most of them obviously do have big time game experience.
99.
Both appeared on the World Series of Darts stage here in Australia and New Zealand. So it's represented New Zealand in the Worlds at the Ali Pali. And it shows.
Oh, the 164 not going to go.
77.
Oh, and it's a 1 on the last dart. Who's 87?
How often do you see that happen?
Yeah.
I have to say, if Hopes does clear up the 87, a 3-1 lead, not to be sniffed at.
No, not at all. 17, 20 for ball. Oh,
double
60
five.
for double five.
Oh, he's wired it. Is that the first double he's missed?
150.
I couldn't answer that one, but
Oh no, I think he had a shot at double top and then took out double 10. First or second leg. Second leg.
43.
Chesser not making a dent in that, not putting pressure on. I think he's resigned to losing this leg.
Geez, could you get any closer? Oh, there you go.
Certainly could.
What a marker.
Yeah,
Eh?
that close, he knocked it out of the way.
Correct.
Super darts. Super darts. Chesser really needs to hold his throat.
100.
Steady Tom. What can Hopes reply with? Straight in the triple. Oh, that lipstick's getting a battering.
100.
174, if you don't mind.
Good as a 180.
60.
And Jez can't find the answer to that.
I think Jess is a little rattled.
I think he might be. Hopes pounding again.
Hello.
100.
Ooh.
Well, ladies, you might have to get out to the bathroom, fix up your lipstick. It's getting a smattering. Bit more like it, Jezza. Bit more like it.
118 the first 9 average for Hope by 101 overall still average.
Massive.
100.
If this was 2 players in the Premier League, it'd be all around the world. Thankfully, it is via Dartstream Live.
100.
It's one thing you can say about the overseas players. They all know if they're up against an Aussie or a Kiwi, they know they're in for a game. They might win it, and it
He's
might
done
look
this
quite handsome.
before.
Oh. So 67.
29. 141.
Yeah, went for the 999. Figured he had time with Jazz back at 141, which, doesn't call. It's not costly this time, but certainly a bit of a chance there. Could have been.
18 tops, you would imagine.
Caton 2.
Oh, too easy.
I've made myself sound like a genius. I'm leaving the building now. I got one right.
Is that the first one today, or?
I think it's the first one this lifetime. But that's with any game of darts.
60.
The most important dart, or the most important game, next leg. How you respond. But I don't think
He's
anybody
responding
would
in kind here. There's a 180, is it? Looks like it, maybe. It is indeed.
There's been a few going in. But at the start of this match, I don't think anybody would have picked Hopes to be 4-1 up, to be fair.
100.
So maybe not good enough.
Oh, beautiful darts.
Cup.
131. Great darts.
Left himself the big fish. He will have a shot at it. We're yet to see someone take it out on the stream today.
140.
This could be the moment. First up will tell us everything. Yeah, back to the drawing board.
60.
Yeah, last night Bailey Marsh got pretty close to the 170. Hit the 260s, but a little bit wide on the ball.
Caton 3.
Oh, Jezza again,
He's
is
done
it?
it again. Has he gone and done it again?
He has indeed.
That's the second. Well, 2 legs. Both have been finished on the ball by Jezza.
Well, that's a sign for hopes. Don't let Jez have a shot at the ball.
No. But again, the most important leg is the next one. And that is, you'd have to say by Jezza's high standards, that was a poor visit.
60.
Mind you, Hopes hasn't pounced on it. Still averaging the mid-90s. The pair of them. Quality darts match.
Just in the other top 8 match that's happening at the moment, Mel coming 3-1 up over Jamie Rundle at the moment. And we're just waiting for Robbie King, Dave Marlin to kick off, and then Matt Mullen and Bill Aiken. So some quality matches in that as well.
Yeah. All easy games, aren't they?
And just got a note in the background here. Jeremy Fagg hit a 170 peg against Laurie Locke earlier in the day. Not streamed, of course, but
I did say streamed.
140.
So we haven't seen one on stream, is my words. But thank you for that.
no problem. I'm thinking that you weren't supposed to take that so personally. I think it was just a note for commentary in general, mate.
No, I'm having a tanty. It's my moment.
100.
Fair enough.
So everybody says I'm far too serious with my life.
$81. German
Looks not happy with himself there. That last out. Drifting into the 1. 57. Oh, he's just over the top.
137.
Looks like himself double 10. He will come back for it. Can hope to put the pressure on. He's been doing it exceptionally well so far.
60.
Not just 60.
German was 20. Caton 1.
That's more like Jeremy. First out, bang. Reduces the deficit. 4-3 to Hopes. Hopes with the walk.
$95.
Will that be enough? It's got to come down now. Let me stay down, you think?
93.
No? You did go up for 54. That's averages 95.8. Jeremy Fagg. Opai Puha 95.08. Just gone up to 95.21. Magical averages. Great darts.
100.
Absolutely blessed to be able to chat about games of this quality.
59.
Just needs to jump on this. 4 isn't going to do it. It's not going to cut it.
52.
Neck and neck. One leg in it. Yeah, good switch.
96.
96. Just pulled it low again. Drifted into the 3.
40.
59 scored. Oops. 17. No.
88. Pardon? Oh, no.
You can, with the marker there, I've been told I'm not allowed to call them peggers.
134.
Set of darts from Jezza. Hope 60. Oh, and now he's gone straight into the double 20. Inside the double 10. Double 5 for the game. You
82.
pulled it. Pressure starting to tell. Oh, look at that. He's just going for the 50 for starters. Why not?
45.
Oh, that's unlucky. But Bull has been his go-to double. Oops. 122. Inside. Double 1. Madhouse.
Out in 3.
Not this one. What a super finish. Puts him one away from going through. Scenario is simple now for Jezza Fagg.
121.
Win every leg. No more slip-ups. 21 kick-off.
91.
Would have expected nothing less from these two.
60.
Only 90 in it.
100.
Both are starting to feel the pressure a wee bit. Maybe some of the viewers out there don't appreciate, but these guys know what these matches mean. There was a fantastic carrot being dangled in front of them. Go and play in the Modus Super Series over in the UK, in Portsmouth. They want it. That's a lot of pressure on these legs.
100. Jeremy requires 100.
Almost a little snarl there from Hope I Puha. You never see that. Rarely see any antics from him. Facial expressions, fist pumping, anything. Always in control of his emotions.
If I requires 150.
Go on, bull. Go on, dare you. All right, don't listen to me. No one does. 79. Has he snuck into the triple?
180. Jeremy requires 132. He had him one.
Yeah, no pressure.
And the
No pressure. He's handled that exceptionally well. A fantastic win.
Shot.
Who
And the match.
That
is such a good dart.
What a cracking
The
match.
composure.
Absolutely, you know, really, really strong quality, you know, all the way through. But Jeremy keeping up most of the way there. Just in the end, a couple of key visits for Jeremy didn't go his way, and Hope I storms through into the semi-finals. And he is due to play the winner of
Maddie Mullen and Bill Aiken.
Maddie Mullen and Bill Aitken. Maddie 2-0 up on Billy there with a 91 average, mind you. The second semi-final set to be Mal Cumming versus the winner of Robbie King and Dave Marlin. So you'll remember from, or might remember from me reading out over the order of merit. Mal Cumming, number 1, is into the semi-finals, and Jeremy Fagg, number 2, also into the semi-finals. So still
Jeremy Fagg's out of the semi-final.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Yes, Jeremy Fagg
3,
is
2, 1.
out.
We're back in the room.
Yes. Anyway, Jeremy Fagg is out. So Mal Cumming with a massive opportunity to storm well ahead on the rankings, but a couple of other players, including Dave Marlin and Robbie King, still very much within catching distance of Mal, depending on how these next couple of games go. So very interesting rest of this tournament, and of course, extra tournament this evening, this afternoon. So going to be a very, very good afternoon of darts still to come. Of course, the winner of the tour at the conclusion of this evening's event will have a spot in the Motor Super Series. So with that, let's take a short break and let these other quarterfinals play out and come back with one of the semi-finals soon. Cheers, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Event 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Event 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots for the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. with a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live in conjunction.
You've joined us back again for the ADC tournament number 8, coming to you live via Dartstream Live. Opai Puha playing Maddie Mullen. What a fantastic prospect this game would be.
Yeah.
Joined in comms by Bailey Marsh and Declan Bailey.
Look, as good as it is to be here in the comms, we'd better flick to the game. Hope I kicked off the ton. Matt with a 43. Matt up, with that.
So I've noticed that with Matt today. He's been lacking on his first 3 to 6 darts every leg, but his next 9 are phenomenal.
Thank you, Michael Van Gerwen.
100.
But I'm going to have to follow the man on this one, Hopes. Follow Hopes.
Go with the hopes.
Yeah.
Has he got a hope?
95.
Yeah.
Well, Maddie Mullen's been a bit of a giant killer today.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched Hopes and Hopes play last Jezza last game, wasn't it? That was
Reckon, man.
that was a cracker.
94.
So I think Hopes was averaging over 100 in the fifth until the 5th leg, and slightly dropped to 91 apiece.
57.
Most of the match they were both averaging in the mid-90s,
Yeah.
and that sort of an average is an indicator of just how well they're playing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking to Hopes last night when I seen him here. He was coming over here because he's not confident in his game, and his game's been lacking. So he's over here for more time on the board. So it's good. It's good to see him as fame as well.
100.
Well, coming over to the ADC tournaments, he's certainly not going to have a dearth of quality opposition.
Oh, top. Here we go.
Pick up.
Oh,
70.
It has been a case of you miss it. Can Matt take out the 106?
oh, 32.
54 is good.
It can. You miss, I hit. Story of these. And of course, you had your win last night, young man.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, hitting and missing.
Yeah, you were seeing the doubles the size of a football pitch.
I was actually. I
You
was.
couldn't miss.
97.
Yeah. I kept leaving double 10 because every time I pulled the dart back, it was just like I'm not missing it, and the double's as big as the freaking
45.
whole board. So it was just going in every time.
I know the scoreline finished. What was it, 6-1? You were playing big fish, Dave Marlin in the final. You certainly knew you were in a game. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't truly reflect how well Dave played.
I remember playing Dave in the World Series qualifiers in the New South Wales one, I think it was.
Yep.
And every leg it was 140, 140, 100.
100.
Yep.
Set up, peg, 140, 140. And he's the most consistent player I know at the moment. And I knew that if I wanted to beat him, I had to get out in front and do something. So.
Yeah, it's not bad for a pub player.
60.
Yeah,
No, well, he's not even a pub player. He's a garage player.
yeah, garage. Yeah.
There is a story behind that, but we won't tell that one. Look at this, magical darts, top of the shop, lipstick, peppered again. Oops, not being outdone.
He's dropped to the lanes.
82.
And that looks like a beautiful lie with that first dart.
Yeah.
Can't see why he wasn't following up.
Ooh, unfortunate.
32.
Unlucky.
Yeah, this is where Hopes has to do something. He has to go over a ton.
He's got a pounce.
Yeah.
Got to jump on it.
165, 145, maybe.
135, maybe.
95. Oh, 135.
There you go.
That puts a little bit of pressure on Maddie, but
That is the
if I,
second.
if I know Matt, he's capable of a big ton plus finish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he loves them.
60.
60. Not enough, you wouldn't think.
54.
20. 32.
Thanks for coming.
30.
Almost on the wire. Oh, I missed a big 14.
I know how that feels.
That's painful. That is painful for any player.
Yeah, any big number. Yeah.
Inside, next door. Oh, dropped it in again. Not something you see from Mobile Puha very often.
All right.
Check in one.
There he goes.
Matt, you missed. I hit.
Yeah.
That's a kick off leg 3, 2-0 up. It's a race to 6. Best of 11. 2-0, you wouldn't say the game's over. Not by a long stretch.
No.
95.
Perhaps just drifting again. 555.
Yeah, he's drifting to the left. But
60.
steady set.
It is, but with these guys, 60, you know, most players will be happy hitting three single 20s, but with these guys, 60 seems like a low score for them.
Yeah, you need minimum of 1 triple a walk. Minimum, I reckon. Just to keep up with these guys.
60.
They're just filling each other out a bit.
Yeah.
Hopes we know he's not going to panic. If he was any more laid back, he'd be lying down throwing.
96.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the most. Every time I play Hopes, it's within 1 walk you're in a rhythm, and it's just the same thing. He doesn't slow down, he doesn't speed up, he just does the same thing every time. And it's
It's a lovely action.
oh, it is so smooth.
96.
One thing that juniors do need to concentrate on is that follow through. Yes, we do see some snappy
24.
players.
24.
Check
Oh,
in.
I won.
There you go. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Got that 3-0. Oh, look, that's sportsmanship. Much appreciated that checkout. That's a good thing about this wonderful sport of darts. Everybody is so friendly.
Maddie Mullen looks like making a fool out of Bailey Marsh here because Bailey picked Hopes, as I think probably. Well, you'd have to say Hopes would be the favourite coming into this, Bailey, for sure. But as I said, Maddie Mullen, the giant killer today.
It's sometimes good to come in as the underdog.
Yeah, it always is, yeah.
So Hope's starting to pick up now.
140.
Hopes isn't finished just yet, I don't think.
No, he would never finished.
He would never be happy going out this early again.
Yeah, just only another semi-final.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, some of the names that Matt's got through today. Josh Kime beat him 6-2. Kai Smith, who beat Bailey Marsh, and he was 6-2 against Kai as well. Billy Aiken 6-1. And now he finds himself 3-zip up against Hopes, the legend from New Zealand.
44.
Well, on last year's rankings, I think Hopes would still be the number one Kiwi player. I know Big Rig will have an awful lot to say about that, but I'm pretty sure Hopes is still from last year's rankings the supposed Kiwi number one. So we're not talking a mug punter here. Talking about a lad who can seriously throw a dart. But I think it's also good for him because as a golfer, it's that eye-hand coordination. I think if you can play darts well, you can probably play golf well.
Oh, inside. His doubles are starting to be the best of him at the moment. Oops.
He's suffering.
Yeah, it's safe feeling around too.
Yes, but you did go out rather easily today.
Yeah.
You can atone later on this afternoon.
Yeah. I'm not exiting early this afternoon.
12.
And as you call, Hopes is definitely struggling on these doubles. Rip that one down to 4. Maddie Mullen's still not on a peg, obviously. And all you can do is fix it up and hope that these yips stay with Hope I Puha. I can't see it happening myself.
First dart.
Check in 1.
Clean as a whistle. You just knew. You just knew when he walked up to the hockey, it was going to be one dart, bang, thank you, next leg.
But look, Maddie has done what he needs to do in this situation. Those easy legs that were sort of there for the taking early on, he picked those ones up, and he has put himself in a position to win this game. He's 3-1 up on throw.
On the throw, you normally think you got 4-1 up, but you can never think that.
Bounce out.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything.
That
43.
that right there, if Hopes pounces with on 40, is back in it.
Bet against it. He's tracked that low. And he hasn't readjusted.
Oh, that is a saver.
Good pickup. Needed it.
83.
Second dart drifting to the right. 83. Well, it's okay.
60.
Hope's done there. I think sometimes in comms we do build players up too much. To play consistently at such a high standard throughout an entire day on a floor tournament, which is sudden death all the way through, it's asking a lot of the players.
It is, yeah. Yeah, yes. Yesterday I didn't think it was going to end that late. I was hoping to get a good night's sleep, but
81.
no. No. If you do it enough, you just sort of get used to it. So, yeah,
Still not easy, particularly with a late night and then coming in to back it up the following day when you've got 3 or 4 tournaments in the spin.
Come on, this would be lovely from Hopes. He would want this.
Oh, great effort.
Would have put him straight back into the match, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Would have preferred to see the Simon Whitlock myself.
89's not an easy.
82 left, yeah.
Triple 14, surely.
14, 68. 8 left by looks of things.
81.
Well, it's asking questions. Does Hopes have the answer?
Yes,
Of course
he does.
he does. What am I talking about? Of course he does. Was it ever in doubt?
$42. $180.
not kicking off the leg as he would have wanted with just 40. Matt slipping in a ton 80.
85.
I am going to call a 9 data. Probably not today, but I am going to.
Yeah, it'd be good to call one. It'd be good to throw one.
I wouldn't have a clue, mate. It's not going to happen. Not in my lifetime. Oh, hello, this is a good comeback. 174. Thank you very much.
Twice we've seen that from Hopes.
He loves his triple 18s, Hopes.
100.
I noticed that last time when I was playing him, he had a perfect 60 and one underneath. He could have moved over and gone again, but he went for the 18s and he smashed it in.
Oh, he's in again.
120 left. Got to stay up there.
100.
Yeah, it's halved it.
So puts a little bit of pressure on that to do something. 7-8.
It's always awkward when you've got a finish that you require 2 triples.
Yeah. 1-2-1. I always love going the 20-51 route because 51 is pretty much my favourite triple on the board. Double 16.
Hello.
Oh,
He's pulled it inside. See, he was demonstrating there that he snatched.
Adelaide. There it
Thank
is.
you.
4-2.
You miss, I hit.
And in the other semi-final being played, Mel Cumming versus Robbie King. It is 3-2 to the Rocket Robbie King, and both players belting in mid-90 averages at the moment.
It's better from Hopes.
138.
He went again. He went for 54 when he looked like had a perfect lie to hit the 180.
I was talking to Hopes last night actually because they brought in the rule that you're not allowed to grip on your points or so. He changed his points the other week and he's noticing a lot of darts falling out and they're not sitting in the board as firm as he wanted them. So start to use the board more often.
Well, there's a bit of technical background information.
Yeah, I didn't even know they're bringing that rule in until he told me. Well, I start changing my points.
57.
I wouldn't bother. They don't normally go where you want most of the time.
Yeah, no. Fives and triple ones are my favourite. 60s are just a one-off thing.
I used to dream of it hitting 111.
Oh, come on. Fill it out.
139.
He went down low. He did.
139 it was, single 9 out in the last start there.
Get on the finish.
That's a one-trick finish. We go 54. No.
So that's 71.
50.
19 for the ball. Has to go for it here.
And he's
Oh,
so
look
close.
at that.
Look at that.
Wow.
No such thing as pressure.
Not when you named Hopes anyway.
Lovely, lovely third dart.
Best part is when he throws and he's under pressure and he doesn't finish, he does not show emotion. He
never does.
He just gets on with his game.
51.
The one thing, he's had a little look at the camera. He knows where the camera is.
Had a little glimpse.
The one thing I've noticed in this match, he's not actually chewing anything.
No, he's got a chili. Look.
He
He
doesn't.
always plays with the chili.
I know, but he doesn't seem to be chewing on it. And he's not happy with that.
And
94.
another thing you'll notice about Hopes, every time he pulls the dart back, he blinks. I noticed that.
58.
I don't know where. I think it was the Australian Open. I noticed. I was like, does he blink every time? Just before he throws every dart, he blinks.
See, with wonderful technology we have these days, the things you can pick up on.
Oh.
Never mind about the quality of your darts. You blink, mate.
100.
Yeah. I always think if I blink before I throw a dart, it's going to go completely somewhere else.
That's the thing, your eyes are focusing.
Yeah.
Blinking makes you like reset split second. So maybe he's just
Oh,
got the.
fill it up.
He's not going to.
Yes, he
He is
does.
gonna. See, he's making a liar of us. He's been hitting 2 triples most of the match and sliding over for the 54 or coming down for a 57.
And the other semi-finals all tied up 3 apiece. Mel Cumming, Robbie King.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to say Robbie King's gonna get that one. Yeah. I'm surprised.
16 for tops.
Oh, how is it up?
How classy is that?
4 legs apiece.
That was at 180, 116 out and 6 starts. That is top notch.
And I'll tell you what, you might be making a mockery of CT, Big Ben Clock Tower, because you did pick Hopes.
Yeah.
And I got a Bailey Marsh Eskimo here, buddy. I got a question for you for last night.
Yeah.
You were looking a little tired last night, I must admit. But we noticed on several occasions you're bending over and kind of stretching out the legs and all the rest. We just wanted to know, is that just to get yourself back in form, or was like, JK helping you tie your shoelaces or something?
So the night before, no excuses, but where we were staying, all the fire alarms went off at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, right.
So I didn't go back to sleep until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I managed to have a quick 2-hour snooze yesterday afternoon, but my back was just killing me yesterday. Standing up, not sitting down, constantly playing. It takes a toll on your body a lot. So I was just trying to stretch and get as comfortable as I could.
Well, it certainly worked, because after a few stretches, I think you had about maybe 6 or 7 walks in a row where you kept going back and stretching, and then you just come good and started firing home and ended up taking it out, which was great to see.
Yeah, after the Hopes game, I went outside.
93.
Yeah, pretty much done a couple of stretches, 5 minutes or so, and then walked back in. I felt so much better. I had a drink, and pretty much just went in, and then I knew I wasn't here to come second, so I was just like, I'm getting 1 day out of my belt. I don't care what day it is, I'm winning. So that was last night, so it was good.
It was good to see, buddy. Good to see.
Still remains 7 tournaments, 7 different winners.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
But
It's an amazing stat, that right there, and the depth and quality of Australian darts, that you can have 7 events and 7 different winners. It's amazing.
Yeah. 1, 2, 6.
yeah, and to become a winner in one of these tournaments, you don't win a tournament. You actually have to go and prove how good you are, because there are no gimmies in this scenario at all.
Yeah.
Well, testament to that, have a look at this right now. Hopes and Maddie are both 4-all. The other semi-final, Mal and Robbie King, both 4-all as well. So, I mean, if Mal or Robbie win today, they will take the number 1 seed. And obviously, we could have a new winner if either Hopes or Maddie Mullen get up today. So could
Maddie
be 8 from 8.
Maddie holds throw there to bring it back to 5-4. Has the advantage. Hopes with the darts in hand to level up at 5 apiece. Maddie Mullen will be thinking, look, if I can just hold throw on the last one. Obviously, he's going to try and break here. You don't go into a game to lose, but he knows he's got one up his sleeve. A little bit of a buffer zone.
Comes down to the wire. I don't think the viewers will be disappointed.
No, this is actually the third game. It is.
And the other semi-final, likewise, Robbie King, 5-4 up on Mel Cumming.
If I thought those two were to go through and win this particular tournament, they would become the first double winner of an ADC tournament, because there won't be anybody else in the field that has actually won it. From this semi-final particularly, neither of them have won a tournament for the ADC.
140.
So a little bit more history, plus grab that number 1 spot going into this afternoon's tournament.
96.
Yeah, got to do something this afternoon. I was thinking of changing my darts, but I'm not doing that.
Change your hairstyle. that would be my I think you'd be a much better player with a proper haircut.
Yeah, I've been out of form for a while, so it's good to get a win. That was so good.
But that's what they always say.
140.
Form is temporary, class is permanent. Cream will always rise to the surface.
Yeah. Funny as fellas, I was playing outside last weekend with the older brother, and I
should have used the Ponty metal things.
Oh, 7 for Hopes.
Check him.
Oh,
Bang!
Hello.
That's in 5-all.
Hello.
Go. And
It's a coin toss. Matt with the throw.
Hopes he's got this. Hopes in the bag. Ooh.
Oh, you'll tell us at the end of the match, will you?
Yeah, like,
Whether he's got it or not. Yeah. That's the beauty about doing comms. You put yourself out there. You either sound like an absolute genius, or 99% of the time, a complete and utter idiot.
But either way, this is a class match. I cannot do anything about this.
And the other semi-final as well, Mal has just leveled that up, so 5-all as well, going down to the wire. Both semi-finals down to the wire.
Wow.
100.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough from Hopes.
But if Mullen doesn't do it, oh,
Into the 5, bounce
he
out.
knows how important that was by the look on his face. He needed that.
62.
Yeah, good pickup.
Pick something up there. Hopes,
Hopes needs some 40, some big ton plus. Not going to happen.
44.
No, not enough.
$100.
That's again.
he needs to leave a finish here, Hopes. Otherwise, Matt's still got, he'll have 6 starts from 104.
Big ask. But that's a good start.
Oh,
And he's followed.
stiff.
Not too foul. Not too foul at all.
Very stiff. He might only need 3.
Oh, Matt, having a look at the camera. He's just realised where it is. Oh, you TV superstars, you.
Look, Maddie Mullen's put himself in a fantastic position to win this game.
20s. He knows.
Hopes looks resigned to this now.
He knows that he might not get a shot here.
Ooh, close.
Side.
Could make it tough.
Oh, there you go. What a great last start. Shot. What a great semi-final.
That is such a good dart. The composure.
Mullen, 6-5 over. Hope great effort from Hopes.
With that one wrapping up, Robbie King 6-5 over Mal Cumming. So it is Robbie King against Maddie Mullen in the final.
And the other 2 finals are 96 and a 93.
So some brilliant
This
averages.
final is going to be
Oh,
on
yeah.
the dot.
Easy this starts, isn't it? Easy game.
And we're going to take a short break and bring that final to you very shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Modus Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Modus Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors. Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Dart Circuit Oceania, present the the ADC Event 7, 8, 9 and 10 live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors.
And it is game on in the final. Robbie King versus Matt Mullen. Play is underway.
Robbie striving to become the first player to win 2 ADC tournaments. And if he wins, he will go to top of the order of merit, I believe. Had Mal beaten him in the last semi-final, then it would have been Mal's chance to repeat that feat.
Is that right, Brocky? So Robbie could go number 1.
I believe so.
I haven't had a look at the updated order of merit, so
I believe that's the permutations.
36 for the Rocket.
There we
What
go.
a
these
start.
averages are off the charts. What is going on?
It's ridiculous. 126.65 before that last out went in.
What did Wayne Mardell say? I can't speak.
I can't speak. I've lost my voice. This is just ridiculous, darts. Typhoon, tungsten.
100 from Robbie King.
Matt won't be panicked.
No, he's been around a long time, Matt Mullen. He won't be stressed by this. And they know each other so well. This will be this is a bit of a battle here.
It will be, particularly as they're both team misfits.
Correct. You didn't have to bring that up.
They are teammates. Well, I am sitting with the head honcho of Team Rebel, of course. It's a check in the post.
Not this week.
Oh dear. I'll have to eat that meat trial one.
You didn't bring it with you. I know that.
No.
No, but Maddie Mullen's got a great action. He's so smooth. And obviously Robbie King is tried and tested and won everything there is to offer of the Oceanic Master a few years ago. And
Yeah.
quality comes from
Have a look at this.
comes from a family of darting royalty, the Kings.
Yeah, well, just chatting with his dad outside, and I said, "You must be the lucky mascot."
10:36. Oh,
He's driven up to watch Robbie. Driving back home to the Gold Coast presently.
Oh,
brilliant.
And,
absolutely brilliant darts.
36 for Magic, 18 for double.
All of a sudden, he's put the pressure on Maddie here, and it paid off too.
Yeah, that's what it can do. Robbie's got that look in his eye. Yeah.
He's in it. Robbie's action still methodical. It's simple. It's good to watch, isn't it?
Look the
And
mechanics of it. There's
Can
not too much that
confirm
go
just
wrong.
very quickly. Can confirm very quickly. If Robbie wins this, he will be ahead of Mal by $180 for top spot on the order of merit, going into the second round today. If Maddie Mullen wins, then Robbie will move in clear third spot, just behind Jezza.
Wow, it's all to play for.
It is indeed.
See if there wasn't enough pressure.
But,
I
but
bet,
right
I bet
now,
Robbie
Robbie,
doesn't even know that.
nah, that's what I was just going to say. The boys don't feel that pressure now. They're not aware of the rankings. They're just playing to win. That's it, and see where it gets you at the end of the day. So,
Daddy. Oh, no, they don't know from this morning the exact totals, but they probably would have worked it out themselves. I was going to say, these boys work out where they know where they are.
Lipstick, battered.
These boys just play to win and see where your results get you. I don't think they worry about permutations or combinations, or it doesn't matter. Robbie knows he wins 2 days. He's probably in. That's it. So,
96.
He'd do anything for a free holiday, wouldn't he?
it'd be good to see anyone. Do you know what? To send a representative from Oceania to the Super Series again, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, yes.
20 tops.
Oh,
I think you clipped the flight there.
he's a long way ahead, Robbie. He's
in a different street,
playing really well here.
different suburb in this league. Inside.
Game shot.
Look at that.
Game's easy when he plays like this, because he's got so much time at the doubles. He's getting like 4 or 5 shots at it.
Yeah, no pressure.
Yeah.
96.
That's one thing you can't afford in this game, is not to put pressure on every single throw. There's a surprise. The averages have come down from 125.
He's still sitting
It's
high though, Brocky.
It's only 92 now.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful. Awful. That in the 80s.
96.
Yeah, high quality. Just while we're having a chat and we're here, just a massive thank you to Pine Rivers Dart Club for hosting us this weekend. Magnificent renovations. We're actually truly spoiled to be in this environment this weekend.
And all the staff, they really should give themselves a pat on the back. They've been absolutely stupendous over the last 2 tournaments. Another one to go today, another long day for them. They're doing it in shifts. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Nothing's too hard, but anything you ask, anything we ask, they just deliver. It's a privilege to be in this fantastic club.
Absolutely. Said earlier, we're very privileged to go to some of these darting venues.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Ben Robb.
There for Maddie Mullen means he doesn't leave a finish. Rocket with a big opportunity to leave it looking nice.
And he has done, yes.
Shout out to Ben Robb. The big rig in the comments there says, good luck, lads. Robbie King dropping the kegs. Looking good.
Yeah, good to see the big rig. Well, we hope we see you very soon, and all the best with what happens over the next few days with you guys. We'd love to have you here, and we'll see you soon.
And also to his lovely mother, Lindley. She's absolutely a gorgeous lady. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Wow.
And hello to his nana as well.
119.
Oh, so Robbie misses the tops for the 104. Maddie misses the tops for the 139 straight after. Double 10 for the Rocket. Double 5. Just outside.
It's a good guide. Oh, he went high. I fancied that one, Brocky. I thought that was gone in.
Thought that was a bouncing. Matt trying to do the same, but he takes it out.
He's got a foothold in the game now. He's in now. That's good.
Well, that's the monkey off the back, so to speak. You've got the first leg, then it's just that psychological feeling of being on 0.
Oh, that's right.
121.
Great start from
121.
Robbie again.
You'd probably be used to that though, Brocky, wouldn't you? Being on zero.
I am a big zero, mate. Proud of it.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
it
thanks for
feels-
jumping in, by the way, guys, and putting me wrong on that.
Just got to keep
Cheers.
you level-headed and grounded, mate. Just keeping you grounded. It's all right.
Don't worry, me weight will do that.
Look, I reckon this match feels awfully close to the semi-final that we watched. Obviously, then we saw Hopi coming off of a brilliant game. Going his opponent Matt going 3-0 up. Now we've just had Robbie against Matt, who's just come off a brilliant game, and Robbie went 3-0 up, and Maddie pegged one on the board, same as Hopes did against him. So that one went all the way. We reckon this one.
Well, we can only hope, Declan, this goes all the way.
Look at
And
that.
that is a brilliant
Hollywood.
finish.
Hollywood finish. Correct way to go. Correct way when he missed the triple. So I've got no qualms. People go, oh, what a show off when players do that. But the doubles are far bigger than anything else.
It's the percentage shot, Robbie. It's the right way to go.
Absolutely.
Nothing showboating. He did the right shot at the right time.
It's always nice to have a little bit of Hollywood as well.
100.
When you consider what's at stake, terrific nerves.
Well, a spot in the Modus Super Series on the line this evening with $2,000 towards their airfare also, which is it's nothing to be sneezed at, bro.
No, certainly not. What a pedigree. And there we go again. Now another 180. Just thrown on for fun now. But no, you're quite right. And what a legacy we've got over there at the moment with Ray Smith.
We've got a bit of royalty happening, don't we?
Don't we just?
They certainly know who the Aussies are. That's good.
I shan't mention that Ray is another team misfit.
And
But,
let's not forget as well, Richie Housen's just topped his group as well, so he's through to the finals in the Modus, which is great. DSL regular, Richie Housen, the Owl.
The DSL legend, Richie Housen. Hello, Richie, if you're watching.
100.
Robbie just looks so determined.
He's starting. He makes the game look easy, doesn't he? When he's like,
This is good from Maddie for the ball.
oh,
Unlucky. Unlucky. Well, it tells you something that you got to go for ball to try and get a leg. Europpo's on 36,
Yeah,
and he snuck it in.
beautiful mark. He's in the groove, Robbie King.
Isn't he just?
He's in that groove today.
You look at his face when he's throwing. It looks like he's found a fiver but lost his wage packet.
You got to remember the pedigree of Robbie King too. He's won basically everything in Australia at the moment.
Oh.
He's World Series, he's been the World Championship. He's an Oceanic Master in the past. Like this isn't a surprise.
No, not at all.
93.
I don't think anybody should be surprised at the standard of darts that we're seeing.
64.
I know there are an awful lot out there that are. They shouldn't be. But if they're regular viewers of Dartstream Live, they will soon pick up,
There's 134 from Robbie King. He's just on a mission.
isn't it?
There's no stopping him. And Maddie Mullen's playing well, like 78 average. He's
81.
very, very steady. He's
Mm-hmm.
above average of what we have in the room here. And yeah, Robbie's just putting on a bit of a clinic.
He is. He's putting on a show.
Yeah.
How lucky are we to be here to witness it?
We're very spoiled, Rocky.
We are.
We're very spoiled.
100.
Maddie fails to pick up the triple on that last one, so it won't leave a finish. 116 for the Rocket. Goes the 19s route, needs a 57 here to leave tops,
Got
and
it.
it does, up the tops.
That would have been some way to finish a final. He will come back.
Yeah, that's a good solid shot from Matt, but I figure this is the end, Rocky.
I would have to agree with that.
There
Yeah,
it
there
is,
it is,
right in the
first
middle.
out.
And you know what?
Game,
I
shot,
guess the best player
and the man.
That is such a good dart. The composure.
across the day. So
Yeah, look, a 6-1 again. It doesn't really reflect how well Matt Mullen played
Correct.
there. But take none away from Robbie King. what an absolutely stupendous performance. Played great darts all day. The semi-final against Mal Cumming was another match to behold. Fantastic result. Robbie King 6-1, first double ADC Oceania tournament winner.
Actually took the words out of my mouth, Rocky. Yeah, he's the first one, and he's put himself in pole position now for
Pole position.
a spot to the UK.
Oh, can he back it up this afternoon's tournament? This is what you're only as good as your last tournament.
That's right, and we got a few interested parties joining in the fray this afternoon. There's some guy called Gordon Mathers. Apparently he's joining in, and Rob Modra. Apparently they can play. I'm not sure.
Hey, and hot off the press though, Doug's hot off the press. I believe there's another late entry into this afternoon's field. Gentleman by the name of Declan Bailey.
Declan Bailey.
Hit back to back 180s in a warm up this morning. We're expecting big things.
Ben, he's just getting a bit of practice time for tomorrow, I think.
Wow. This is
get ready for the big day tomorrow. One trip to England.
If this is,
it was an idea that was floated around this morning. I don't know. Let me decide very soon. And
no, we've already.
He's already in the draw. He's already in the draw. Don't worry about that.
It's rubber stamped. He is playing.
It's nothing personal. You're in.
And what an addition to the draw. We haven't seen Declan in major competition for a while, but we certainly know what he can do. So we're looking forward to watching and being, as long as he doesn't draw me.
I've got a funny feeling we'll be streaming all of his games.
Oh, he's first on stream. Yeah.
And I did say that in singular, not plural.
well, he has hit a fair bit of form, and it's going to be excellent to watch Declan on stream if indeed that does happen. But stand
I've
by.
got to say, Ben, I would love to see Declan versus his dad on stream.
I got a story for you, and this is without a word of a lie. James Bailey came over for the ADC event at Belmont, and James and Declan came over to my house on the Thursday before. Had a bit of a game of darts, and Declan wiped the floor with his dad, I should say. What is that the right saying? Anyway, Declan won. Kicked his butt.
I've had many conversations with James Bailey since Belmont and here this weekend, and he never once mentioned that.
Why would he? Hey, look, Dart fans, it's been awesome to have you along on Dartstream Live on YouTube. We're probably going to start another stream, are we, Declan, or are we going to keep this one running?
Yeah, I'd say we should start another stream for the next one later in the day.
Yep.
I might just go see if Robbie wants to come in for an interview.
Oh, good idea. Why not?
So you guys can talk a little bit more about that, and I'll be back as quick as I can.
That's
no
right. We don't have to say too much. We can just be here and be the eye candy.
Let's reach out to the guys that sponsor us and make all this happen. Winmau, they've been absolutely awesome. Anything we've ever needed, they come on board. Modus, ADC UK, and obviously DSL and Pine Rivers Dart Club. We're really spoiled. We're lucky boys.
Well, I think it really comes down to the fact that several of you guys had the vision. You listen to the players. You're putting on the tournaments that the players want, and I think clubs like Geelong, Belmont, here at Pine Rivers, they bought into that whole scenario, and it's just been absolutely tremendous. I mean, I feel so very, very fortunate that you guys have invited me along, because I've just witnessed some fantastic darts. I've met some wonderful people, and I've had a barrel load of laughs. There are some very serious photos up on the Darts Down Under page of St Patrick's Day, which you feel free to go along and have a look at. But no, absolutely very, very honoured and privileged to be at these events.
These tournaments don't come together easily.
No,
obviously we're playing for serious prize money, but not only that, it's they talk about me and Greg and we push everything, but it's the whole team in the background. Me and Greg are the small players. It's the vision from DSL, from yourself, Rocky, and the clubs that welcome us in. That's what makes this happen. And you're right, we listen to the players.
Yep.
they've told us what they want, and that's what we're trying to deliver.
And while we're doing some thank yous, guys, love to shout out the Dartstream Live sponsors. Lynx Property Group, Mining Electrical Solutions, got it right this time for a change, thanks to you guys. Bailey Carpentry Services, Get Plastered Rendering, and did I say Aussie Darts and Flies Online? I usually do that twice. I don't know why. Probably because Brent's my mate, lives around the corner. But it looks like we've got a bit of action happening there. The Rocket, Robbie King, jumping in.
We have got the poster boy of Australian darts.
Robbie King, you've just put yourself in prime position for a spot in the Motor Series. You're number 1 right now, and with 1 event to go. That was clinical.
Yeah, I just first couple games of the day, I wasn't feeling real good. I managed to scrape through, but yeah, last few games, I started to feel pretty good. So I was happy with my performance. I had a tough game against Mel in the semis. That was probably the toughest one of the day. So I was pretty lucky to get through that, really.
Look, you've been in great form recently. I've seen some of the performances you've had at other comps as well as this weekend, and great to see you playing so well, mate. But that also does make you the first person in the whole tour to win 2 events. You picked up 1 when we were in Perth, and now 1 today. So yeah, the first double winner, and currently sitting number 1. So brilliant performance.
No, it just hurts to stand, doesn't it? There's so many good players in the room. No matter where you go, Perth, Queensland, Victoria. There's good players everywhere, so it's just I'm thankful to get the win.
It's got to be pretty satisfying to come out on top in a field of that depth. You're talking about Australia's elite, and you come out on top. That's got to be satisfying.
Yeah, no, of course it is. Everywhere you go, even the Zone Open I played last weekend, even the field there, like I got beaten in the final by Tony Shreve, who played pretty well. So no matter where you go, you're going to play good players. So as long as you play your top game, you can mix it with the best. And I give myself the opportunities to win, and it came through. Yeah.
Awesome. Look, we better let you get back to getting prepared for the second tournament today. I don't know how long it's going to be, Eskimo. I think everything's all ready. So
it's pretty close.
Cool. So we'll wait and see how that all goes. But look, that is going to do it for this stream. We'll be back a little bit later on this afternoon with...
probably about half an hour, I'd say, mate, just to get that, because you need to get board set up. So about half an hour, we'll restart the stream and then get underway.
No, we won't start the stream straight away. We'll start it later on in the evening.
Oh, that's right. Sorry for... Yeah. So probably...
But look,
we're just... Robbie is our winner. Can he do some shout-outs for his sponsors?
Shout out to all my sponsors. Greg and the Misfits. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without Greg. So he's my number 1. And then Shot, Cosmo, Fit Flight. And of course, all you guys, Dartstream Live, ADC, putting this stuff on the map. It's going up in leaps and bounds. So just very, very thankful for where we are at the moment.
Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate it. And it's our pleasure. Getting to watch, players like you throwing darts like that. That's why we do it. It's
so
good.
We're going to have a very exciting afternoon because it's really tight, it's close, and it'll be on a knife edge for the rest of the evening.
Damn, I'm bugging now. I've got to get ready for another one. It's a whole new day. You've got to start again.
All right, awesome. Look, well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And be sure to join us a little later on this evening for event number 9 of the tour and the conclusion of the Order of Merit for the season. Cool. Cheers, guys.
Congrats, Robbie.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dartstream Live, in conjunction with the Amateur Darts Circuit Oceania, present the ADC Events 7, 8, 9 and 10, live from the Pine Rivers Dart Club in Queensland, Australia. With a whopping 16,000 Aussie bucks up for grabs across 4 separate events. All events are open to anyone, and 2 paid spots to the Motor Super Series in England will be awarded on the weekend. Huge thank you to our sponsors.